comparison of FET, that is field effect transistor, and BJT, that is bipolar junction transistor. Welcome to D Creations Resources. We have looked in detail about the working of field effect transistor and its characteristics, etc. Now it's time to compare it with BJT. As we had noted earlier, basically FET is a unipolar device. That means the current in the device is carried either by electrons or holes. So there are only one kind of carriers. While in case of BJT, it's a bipolar device. That means the current in the device is carried by both electrons as well as holes. So this is the first important difference. FET is unipolar while BJT is bipolar. The second point, of course, comes from the name of field effect transistor. As the name says, field effect transistor, and electric field is related to voltage. So the name is obtained because FET is a voltage control device. In fact, the voltage at the gate, so it's also called VGS, the voltage between gate and source terminal, that controls the amount of current flowing through the device. Now BJT is a current control device. That means here in that case the base current is controlling the amount of collector current. Next point is about input impedance. Now there is reverse biased voltage between gate and source. So that results in very high input impedance. In fact, it can be of the order of several mega ohms, while the input impedance is very low for BJT and it could be just few kilo ohms. These are the direct differences. Now there are also some more comparisons. I just mention them. So FET has negative temperature coefficient at higher current levels. That means the current decreases as the temperature increases, and due to this it prevents FET from thermal breakdown. Also, it doesn't suffer from minority carrier storage effects. It is less noisy than BJT. It is simpler if we are concerned with fabrication. It is relatively immune to radiation. It has relatively lower gain bandwidth product, but it has a drawback of being very susceptible to overload voltage, and so it requires special handling. So these are some subtle differences between FET and BJT so it's more suitable as an input amplifier for low level signals, and it's used extensively in high fidelity frequency modulated receivers for a quiet reception. Now BJT of course is more noisy than field effect transistor. In fact, there are two kinds of carriers in case of BJT. Also, if we look at fabrication, FET, it is simpler to fabricate FET as an integrated circuit, and it occupies less space also on IC chip as compared to BJT. FET is also relatively immune to radiation, and it's preferred in chopper circuits, while BJT is more susceptible to radiations. FET has lower gain bandwidth product as compared to BJT, and